with Bitter Creek Model Horses. So this video is going to be random because not only is it going to include a thrift show that Cody and I went to and an ag deal that we went to, but it's also going to include Mother's Day weekend and the garage sailing, and we went to a craft fair. So it's going to be kind of like random, but it's got a theme of thrifting and garage sailing and finding deals and stuff. And then toward the end, I'm going to show me getting my cards ready for INL, a little bit of that. And then just kind of talking about some model horse show prep and everything like that. So that's pretty much what the vlog is about. I hope you guys enjoy. And I'm getting ready to show you the spoils of the garage sale, because it's not, I don't show much of that later because we were just so busy going to and back and forth everything. So I'll just go ahead and show you that. Got a couple of unboxings, and yeah, I think that's it. So spoils from the garage sale. I'm going to talk to you guys about that actually here in just a little bit, because I got a package in. Sorry, I've got all my stuff stacked up on this table and it's threatening to fall off. So, I went ahead, I don't have very many foals, so I went ahead and purchased another foal from, Donna Daytona on Facebook. She was having a really good auction on a couple of foals. I missed out. She had this guy for sale, or this gal for sale, and then she also had the Zenyatta's Cosmic one, the matte version for sale as well, or up on the auction. And I really wanted that one because I absolutely love that mold. But I did not get him, so I was upset, but it's okay, it happens. I will find one, though. I also am looking for a glossy heartbreaker, because a long time ago, sorry, I'm dumping all my, there we go. That was a lot smaller than I thought. That's good, the little box, I could use that. So I got a glossy Valentine, but I did not get a heartbreaker, so I was kind of like, well, shoot. I think I got that Valentine in a trade. I'm not 100% sure how I got her, but she's actually been a really good photo show model for me. She's done very well. So she's retired. She doesn't get out much, except for every so often I'll use her for like a photo show or something, because you know, if the thoroughbred section's not very big, I will use her, but she's done very well for me as a thoroughbred. So let's see the status of this one right quick. I'm hoping to photo show or live show this girl. I'll tell you guys my breed for her in just a second. She's got some ear tip rubs, but she's really not bad. She's solid too. Like I don't know. I've never had this foal. I love this. I love the mold. And so, Madison, I don't know, Madison and I were talking about it, but she's really wanting that. Oh, you don't stand. Oh, okay. Nope, you do not stand. Okay. I'm going to figure it out. Anyway, so, Madison's really wanting the Lonesome Glory mold, that's coming out for Briarfest. And I don't know if we were talking, no, it wasn't that. It was Sarah on her YouTube channel. She was talking about how this, the Appaloosa mare that they're coming out with on the Lonesome Glory mold for the mare and foal set for Briarfest this year, has the running Heartbreaker mold, Gillian or whatever they call him. I call him the Heartbreaker, but that one, that the Cosmic one was on. But then this mold too, she also said could possibly be, they could do like a, you know, the different molds or the different foals like they did, I think in like 24, I think, with was it 24? No, whichever one was a Stagecoach Surprise. But anyway, I want to say it was 23 or 24. But they switched the foals up on us. So, but last year, I know they didn't switch the foals up on us. So here she is. this is the Lipidzoner foal, or Lipidzon foal, whatever you say it. I don't really remember how to say it. But she, and I cannot remember what set. I think she was from the British set that came with the thoroughbred. And then maybe she was as the more, I don't remember. But anyway, let's talk about her right quick and then I'll find out. But oh no, I absolutely adore this mold. She is the only OF. No, hold on. I got to think about this. I want to say I've got 4 OF foals, and 3 of them are weanlings, and then the other is the foal that came with the mare and foal set last year at Briarfest. I wouldn't consider stock, but he could pose, I don't even know. So she's going to be the only one that I have on the sporty kind of mold. I don't really know. Sporty, Spanish, whatever you say. Everything else is stock E or Mustang E or something. So, but anyway, so this guy, or gal, I should say, this gal is super cute. Absolutely love her. Love her alertness. Love her just sass. And I just absolutely adore how she's built. Yeah, am I a stock horse girly? Yeah, but I like, I like the sporty, I like the Spanishy, all of that, just, I love the foals because you can do all sorts of stuff. Like I've got her as a warm blood-ish, just because I found really good references for her. But she can go either way. She can be Spanishy, she can be I don't think in this particular deal she can be a Lipidzoner at all. But she is on that kind of mold, I guess. She can be Spanishy, but I've got her as a warm blood. So we'll see, but she's solid. Like she's a solid girl. But I do love the way that she's built. I just love her sass. I do. I can't remember what I named her, but that's what I'm going to show her. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to figure out, oh, now she's standing. Never mind. She's standing. She wasn't standing a minute ago. So that's something I'm going to have to take into consideration when I put her on the table. I do have some stands, or maybe I can put like a quarter or like a dime or something underneath her. Other mold that I like before I get into what she is the Andalusian foal. So it's this guy. Woo, hello. This guy. I have yet to get this one, but absolutely love this one. Just because of the fact that, he came on the one of the Premier Club molds, or the Premier Club sets with the Andalusian mare. But I do love that mold. But let me see. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, she's come in multiple different things. So this is actually interesting. She came in the Thoroughbred and Hackney Pony set. So this is her. The set included a Thoroughbred foal and a Hackney pony. The Thoroughbred was done in, like I said, the one that, like the Gillian or Gillian, however you pronounced it. I think originally that one was porcelain and came with Giselle, or no, something like that. Hold on, right. The first one that what was introduced was Gillian, whatever. This is the porcelain version, the son of Giselle. So Giselle, they call it the Giselle mold. It is that kind of like, well, it's the one that Heartbreaker's on. Or no, I'm sorry, Valentine is on. She came in porcelain, and then this one's the porcelain one. So, this was the one that came out, that's Cloud's Encore, that's Glossy, where is he? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, where is that? Okay, here it is. This one was the one that came with this one, in the set. So anyway, there's okay, guys. So diving into garage sale stuff. I hope you guys like it, because I'm excited to show y'all. But the first thing I did was pick up this really cool tray, and I told Mom I was thinking about using it for my stablemates and doing that. But we'll see. I don't know how I feel about the metal, because that's what it is metal. So we'll see how that works out. And if it doesn't work out, I'll use it for something else. I don't know what, but I'll use it for something else. Originally $10 and I picked it up for $1.50. Also, we got a bunch of these. I use the heck out of the Bath and Body Works wallflowers. And so most of these are new. I picked them up for $2. Picked this one up for $2. I love fall stuff. And Mom and I still need to sort through this, but like these regular ones, I have too many holiday ones out that I don't need out. So normally I'm not about that, but I'm serious about these guys though. So I picked up a bunch of random ones. I did like this one. I thought it was very pretty. It's giving summery. It kind of gives winter, but it's like summery-ish. So I got a bunch of those. Mom and I did. So like something like that. But like some of these are brand new. Like they haven't even had their stuff taken off yet. So, but yeah, we picked a bunch of those up for $2, $1, whatever, this whole entire bag. So that was a good deal. Picked up an almost brand new set of knockoff Converse for like $5. They are 9s. I'm a 9.5, so we'll see how that goes. And then I picked up this really cool, I'm so excited. We'll see how it works out. It's got French fries on it. So I can wear it to work. But I'm so excited. We picked this up at a church deal for donations, and I gave them like $5 or $10. At least $5. But yeah, this was a nice shirt. It's very nice. So we're going to have a lot of fun this time with door prizes because there was a free bin. These were friends of my mother-in-law's, super sweet people. They always have like penny sales and stuff at this garage sale. So they had a bunch of these for free. And then I picked up like these guys. Oh, his eyeballs fell off. But they had a bunch of these pins, these cute little pins that you guys might be getting as door prizes. So got a bunch of them, different ones. Like here's a pom-pom and more flowers. So, yeah, but they were all freebies that we grabbed while we were there. So yeah, if you guys, and then I picked up some really cool stickers for the Halloween show, that we're going to have in October. So super excited about that. Lots of freebies, like a whole entire bag full of freebies. Not that I don't have door prizes as it is, but I always like picking up stuff. And perhaps the highlight of the entire thing is picking up this show cattle halter, which is a $70 halter with silicone, like a silicone or rubbery grip. This is super important for me because, being my show cattle person that I am, for $10 with a cup, like a Arctic cup. That, you guys have, like, I was so excited about that. That was the highlight of the entire thing. And the guy was like, oh yeah, I'd like it because it was leather and I just picked up, I thought it was some bridle. I was like, no, sir, this is a show halter. And it wasn't put together correctly. So I showed him. It's got a little bit of wear, but it's perfectly fine. It is a Sullivan's show halter that it's a large, it's red, but it is the perfect size, complete with this silicone band used for gripping, even though like me, when I show, I don't hold him, like that. But, yeah, perfect for gripping or keeping because I've had it to the point where I'm showing, and especially with the nylon halters, this right here is completely worn out. Like it's busted, it's bruised, it's blistered, it's all sorts of stuff. So I had to wrap a Band-Aid around it. So yeah, it was, anyway. So that was the highlight of my entire garage. Thing that we did was we went to give me a second. We went to the, craft fair, craft and vendor fair, and I picked up some, I always like to support small businesses, and I took a different venture. I'd been wanting to do this for a while, and I hadn't, just because most of the time When I read a book, I listen to audiobooks and everything. So, cute little bag. Peep the cute little bag on one of the things I got. So that was my new venture. I'll tell you guys in a minute. But I love candles too. And I picked up some really cute homemade candles. This one's lavender. And it smells really good. It smells like lavender, obviously. But really, really good. They're strong-ish. But they're really cool. They've got, scripture on the back of them. Let your light shine. And then here's another one. This one's a bigger one. This one is Spring Has Sprung. And it smells really good. It smells kind of like a mixture, like florals and stuff like that. But it's J and L Crew. I don't know where they're at. They're Oklahoma based, obviously. But yeah, so this is them, J and L Crew. JL and Crew. Sorry, JL and Crew. But yeah, so cute little candles. I didn't get too excited about a bunch of stuff because there's some stuff that I was like, this is bleh. So another thing that I did was, like I said, I'm a book person. But I normally, when I read, I don't necessarily read, I listen. Just because I'm so busy that I don't have time to sit down and read. So I guess now I'm going to have to make time because, I fell for the blind date with a book. A couple of things though is I got these car coasters too to go into my little coasters. I got Lindsay some. You guys remember Lindsay? She's one of my show cattle besties. Ashley's my other one. But yeah, so I got her some. She loves cow print and Dr. Pepper, so I got those for her. And then whenever I went to it's a nice little bag, gosh. When I went to my first blind date with a book place, they had stickers, so I got y'all some stickers that are going to go into my sticker collection, actually. I want to take them out. I handpicked these guys for you guys anyway. So there's if you guys like reading and stuff, I got book stickers. I got some kitty cat stickers too. There's a bunch of those. Lots of kitty cat stickers. Super cute kitty cat stickers. So they're going to go in my sticker group, my sticker thing. So all of the stickers that I get in these blind date with the books, they're going to go to my sticker collection. So, because a lot of them came with sticker stuff. So, if you guys aren't familiar with blind date with a book, the ladies that I got these from, they wrapped these books in, whatever, wrapping paper, and you have no idea what book it is, but they do give a premise to it. So, she put, right here, young adult fiction, fantasy, romance, and paranormal, which I'm down with that. And then she put just, bookmarks. She's got a bookmark in here and some really cute stickers. A bunch of other stuff, lots of stickers. And then, she's got the prices and stuff on them. But anyway, so super cute. Super excited. And then here's the other one I got from the same lady. Rusted Blossom. Rottweilers. Okay. So yeah, I think it's Rustic Blossom Acres. I'm not 100% sure if that's the right thing, but this has got more stickers in it too. So, and then I went to another lady because I couldn't help myself. And, this one is Bloom and Ember, Jenna Woods. That's her shop name. And she's got some cool stuff too. She's big into the psychological horror and stuff like that. But her stuff, this is, I love the way she wrapped her books too, but this is a psychological thriller. So, dark and suspenseful. It's really good. It seems really good. So this is her stuff. Her stuff came with a pen and some little note tabby things. Bookmark, lots of stickers, some tea. She's got tea, and then a reading log. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But so yeah, I'll be kind of diving into these. But it's really cool because they fold them to where you can get into them, put stuff into them. And I thought that was pretty neat. So anyway, I'll go ahead and unwrap one of them, and then, you know, I won't get into it much because this isn't all about this stuff. Let's figure out what we got here. Oh, it's a paperback. Okay. I'm going to try to see if I don't like ripping. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to just do that. This is some thick paper, too. Some wrapping paper. This one is an adult fiction, romance, historical fiction, summer vibes. So, giving summery vibes. Ooh, come on. And these aren't cheap either. Ooh, okay. This is kind of cool. All right. So, the first one is one of the, oh my God, calm down. One of the first ones that we bought. And so the book is The Singing Trees, and it's Maine, 1969. After losing her parents in a car accident, aspiring artist Annalisa Mancuso lives with her grandmother and their large Italian family in the stifling factory town of Peyton Mills. Inspired by her mother, whose own artistic dreams disappeared in a damaged marriage, Annalisa is dedicated only to painting, closed off to love, and driven as much by her innate talent as she is the disillusionment of her past. Annalisa just wants to come into her own town and into her own. Yeah, so looks cool. And then she comes in contact with, I don't know. She meets Thomas, Ivy League student whose attentions and troubled family upend her pursuits. So it looks cute. She says historical fiction. It's like 1969, but that's okay. It looks good though. And it's thick. So I kind of like these kind of books that, you know, it looks good to me. But I'm going into this blind, by the way. It's a blind date with a book. So yeah, super, super exciting. Here's a sticker. I already put one sticker up, but here's the bookmark too. So kind of neat, kind of cute. I like that, she gives you some stickers and stuff. I love the stickers. I love sending you guys stickers. I think I might just send you guys the bookmarks too, with some stuff if you guys are booky. Okay, so I just unwrapped the suspense book, or the psychological book, and it's actually one that I kind of wanted to read. So yeah, it's called Local Woman Missing. So I'm so excited about that one. I'm so glad that she suggested this one to me too. She's like, hey, you should look at these two. This one's the one that's kind of popular, and I'm so glad. The other one was Spellbound. I'm not sure if I'm super excited about this one or not. It is young adult. I might give it a try. I'm not sure. But yeah, this one I'm super excited about. So shout out to my mom. I don't know. I think she got this one for free, but it's a friendship bracelet. So I'm so excited. I love friendship bracelets, and I think Sarah kind of started that whole thing, but yeah, I love friendship bracelets so much. And I know that's a thing at Briar Fest and everything like that. Briar Midwest, so many friendship bracelets. Like, oh my God. I picked up a bunch over at, well, I got started with them actually at Briar Midwest with Sarah and her mom. So, yeah. Anyway, mom got a friendship bracelet for me. So
Cody and Jess are doing today. We are at we're back again, but this time for the ag show because he can't help himself. Yeah, look at this. Are you excited? Beeb, are you excited?
Oh yeah. Which bull we have
Here, hold on. Let me wipe your mouth off. So, okay. Talking again. Please help me. I'm over here. Place every year, and we have to get something.
Every year?
That's okay, because they've got what we need. It's just like a Harbor Freight, but mobile. I may have not have added to this because of, yes. So, sorry, babe. Love you. Still drooling. I'm actually drooling, I'm not going to lie. Oh, come on. Here, hold on. I'm an open heifer. Just in here. No. What is it? This is nice though. Oats. I like this four.
Well, see, they change out from ones back here at the grip.
Yeah.
Load in and out to actually.
Buy this tire for me.
See how fucking big it is?
Yeah, it's huge. Look at this thing. I love her so much. Hmm?
We'll see what the spaceship looks
It's so tall. This is crazy.
Hey, at least it's got auto mode.
Yeah, look at this. It's got an awesome passenger seat. Like, this is great. And I bet she's got better shocks than ours. She's got like a CD player.
It's got a 1,600-gallon tank.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. How to keep your husband quiet. Just put him in a thing and you can't hear him. Love you. So, what do you think?
I wish.
Yeah. So these are the tractors we own, New Hollands. This one's actually, it's the head of that Roto Mix is what we actually own, but she keeps giving us crap. Cody wants a big pulling tractor.
I can't afford it.
No, it's 100.
Zoom in on the price tag.
Yeah. Oh my God. Y'all. My back could never. He's on that stuff. Look at him. Dang. Guess where we're at? Cody's getting himself a drink. But yeah, a giant vendor thing of antiques. So, God bless America. Picked himself up a blackberry, what was it? Blackberry lemonade and crown or what?
Blackberry Crown lemonade.
Oh, and look, this is a speaker. And he turned these into speakers. From the junk hunt, apparently the video went away of the first horse I picked up, but this is the first horse I picked up, the Clinky. I didn't get any of the Briars because they were too expensive. They were in all body condition and beat up. Sadie says hi. They were all beat up and body condition, so, but I did pick up this guy. And he just says Arabian on him. He doesn't say anything else, but I picked him up for like 24 bucks. This one didn't have a make on it. This one did. This one was 20. Victoria Ceramics in Japan. So this little guy, we've seen him before, I'm pretty sure. So I picked up this little guy. The last one is this little guy, which kind of looks like the first one. Well, it kind of looks like the second one. I want to say it's a Victoria Ceramics too, but this one was 18, so that's not too bad. But yeah, that's my haul from the junk hunt. We found some in the wild. I'll put the pictures in the video. But they were too much. They were wanting too much for them. So yeah. Anyway, bye. But anyway, editing Jessica here. So I just put in a couple of clips of me doing cards for INL. So there's for your viewing pleasure. Clips for me doing cards and I process for labeling the cards for INL. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I look like I stuck a fork in a light socket. The process for doing the cards for INL is name of the horse, breed, and gender. And then I don't put my full name on the back. I put just my initials. You can put your full name on the back, but I used to put it on the front, and that was a mistake because nobody needs to know what horses are mine until later to kind of, make sure there's no favoritism or anything like that. So that's the process of the card system. Now at Mid-Kansas, it's a little different. I think it's breed. Give me a second. I think it's breed and gender on the front, name, and my name on the back, but I'm not 100% sure. I cannot remember. I've got to go back and look. So, whenever I get ready to start filling out cards, I of course have to refer to my list, or aka the list. But like I said before, the cards are name of the horse, breed, and then gender, and then I put my initials on the back. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. Sometimes I forget how to spell things, and I want to make sure I spell them right. So, and then I forget what gender some of those horses are, and yeah, because there's a lot, and yeah, I have to remember how to spell certain things, especially if they're a horse breed I don't normally know.
The rocker symbol that I make when I'm doing the one eye open is because it's after a the horse is a Sandman custom, but he is named after the Metallica song. So I do make 2 cards at a time just in case one of my horses is called back for the champion callbacks. These are the cards I used, or 3x5s, I believe. I just get mine from Dollar General, but I mean, you can get them anywhere you want to. Hey guys, so I forgot to put in a video of my mom unboxing her Mother's Day gift, so I'm gonna put it in here, and then that should be all of the videos that I've got that is random. Mom's Mother's Day gift that I got her that she's been looking for forever. Dad says hi.
Okay.
All right, and I haven't even opened that yet, so.
Hang on.
Oh, what'd you get? Oh,
Package.
uh-huh.
With nothing in it.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of donuts there.
I don't.
Dip them suckers in caramel.
Don't put them all over my couch.
Who cares? You won't see them.
Really?
Really?
What do I do with the peanut?
You gotta dig through them, Mama. Oh my goodness.
Did you spray something?
No, Mother.
Just one package in here?
Yes, ma'am. But read what the package is. Actually, no, don't read what the package is. Just unwrap the horse. Never mind.
Briar horse.
Yeah.
Just any briar horse.
It's when she's.
Somebody sprayed perfume in here or something.
It's my underwear.
Oh my God.
That's a great thing to say on a video.
Great thing to say on the video.
Where did you find him?
I know people.
What is he?
She's been looking for him forever since January. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Seeing up close.
I'm passing that one up now.
No. Let me see him. Yep, it's the swirls and snowflakes, the cantering. Yeah, that one's probably my favorite anyway. I like the red one, but Mom's been looking for this guy since January. Yeah, Briar Midwest.
Well, I passed one up like an idiot.
Yes, so I found her one for Mother's Day. So happy Mom's Day, Mom. You're welcome.